used to the fans. I'm used to the fans being really quite something. I've never been in a room with that many of them that were quite something, so it was pretty overwhelming.
Right, right.
So what can fans expect from this new season?
I think kind of a watchword for this season is this is probably our most character-driven season. It's with Crowley and Cass and the boys and all that mixing up of these guys. It's really sort of, I think, at the core of it is developing the characters and the relationships even to another plane. We've never been able to compete with shows like Arrow for their size. We've always been a character-driven show, so that's always where we start. So how is any of these stories going to affect our characters? Having said that, I mean, there'll be a lot of action. With angels on Earth and demons without a leader, and as you'll see in episode 1, without blowing anything, there's a thing that happens between Sam and Dean that's really going to take their relationship and what they're about to a new place. We say that Dean makes a decision that he may have some second thoughts about regarding Sam, and so that's our main focus, is just kind of how character-driven, what's going on with the characters, given the angels have fallen and the demons are running amok.
Do you find it harder to come up with new ways to destroy everything around the characters? Because you keep running them through the meat grinder, which is great.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
I don't think anyone, I think Eric Kripke's, 5 years, I think we can tell this story. But we keep going, and I think we've managed to keep it fresh over the years, and this year I feel confident that story we're telling is fresh. I've really kind of overstayed my welcome in my own mind. I'm the only one left who's been there from the beginning. But because it stays fresh, and because I can get myself charged up to go into a new season, I find myself back again. So I'm happy to be back, and I don't think the fans will be disappointed in what we have plans this year.
Nice, very cool.
How much of life is left in the show? It's like 9th season. Have you got goals?
I think for some reason, and it's arbitrary, people kind of keep talking about a season 10, and maybe that would do it. We're doing a spin-off later in the year.
Spin-off?
A spin-off of Supernatural later in the year. I think we're shooting at episode 20. There may be a new incarnation of it. That actually, doesn't really involve the boys are in that story, but it's actually a whole new cast of characters. It's a more urban setting than the backroads of America that we've been doing for 8 years.
I don't think I've heard of that, the spin-off. Is that something that's going on? Or can you say anything more about it?
I think that's probably about as much as I want to say. Andrew Dabb, one of our writers, is writing it, and we're a ways away from it. It is episode 20. It's negotiation with the network, and we're going to get enough money to do it, the normal stuff, but it is planned. So. And to answer your question, we'll shoot for 10 and see what happens.
Would that put a good bow on it for you? Would you be able to walk away satisfied after 10? Do you think you will have told the story you wanted to tell?
Yeah, I think I could have walked away after 5 and told the story I wanted to tell, but I think, there's new stories, and I think that, for me, it's kind of a magic number in 200 episodes. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, that's kind of where I'm at, 200.
You're right. Now you've had a lot of nasty creatures on this show. Do you have a favorite one that you just really liked?
I think as far as villains go, Crowley's been amazing. I love Mark Pellegrino. I thought his Lucifer was fantastic.
Yeah.
There's been so many that have been great. Lilith was great. Naomi the Angel Angel, I thought, was a tremendous character. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know, we've really been fortunate in casting to find good people, and I think the great thing about these parts is when these actors come to do them, they just love these characters, they love playing them, and they just really go for it. You know?
Right.
There's no holding back, so that's it's always a pleasure to watch.
Well, you have a good format for that. I mean, you have a really wide open, like, feel to the show that they can go that way, which I would assume would be refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely, and we don't put any, you know, there's no restrictions on ideas that writers can come up with. You know, I mean, it's really a clean palette.
Right.
At the beginning of the year, you know, really Jeremy and I for the last 2 years, we sort of come up with, we spend a week in the room together just kind of talking over, see the season looking like, or what kind of the bare bones of the mythology is going to be, and then we bring the writers in, and you know, we start filling it up, and no idea is too crazy. You know, it's a totally safe room, and you know, years ago when before Jeremy left the show, he came in and he said, Sam and Dean in a sitcom.
Yeah.
Eric and I went, wow, you know. Quickly we realized that just doing a sitcom would get a little old, but that show became changing channels where they were going from different TV shows and commercials and all that. So yeah, we encourage really out-of-the-box thinking and out-of-the-box villains.
Well, that's one of the things I love about this show. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Are we going to get more flashback mythology, backstory from the family as well?
From where?
Regarding the family and the Men of Letters.
Certainly the Men of Letters. We're doing that in episode 4. It's one that Felicia is going to be in. And it really sort of ties the past of the Men of Letters to the present of the Men of Letters.
Super.
Kind of an interesting one.
Can you tease any new characters or villains or anything? Can you tease any new characters or villains? No.
I mean, we have so many. I mean, that came out more flip than I would hope. We have so many people established now, and their stories are just kind of really starting to peak. So we're concentrating on them. So we really haven't thought about new people yet. I mean, I'm sure as the season goes on, they will.
Super.
Great.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.